Okay, we're back. Let's just start it over. No, it came back. It just crapped out. It had a moment. We're good though.
But are we live again?
We're live again. Hang on. Let's just go. Welcome back to the Thanksgiving show.
Wait, which one is which?
I can't even talk. Oh, did it start a brand new stream?
Yeah.
I hate that YouTube does that. Okay.
Welcome back
I'll start.
to the Waffle House Technical Difficulties podcast.
Here we are.
In front of a live studio audience. You can't see any of them, but my family and our friends are here.
Yeah.
My buddy Will just got us these really nice hats. Appreciate you, Will.
Very
you
cool.
know,
Tag still on. Never coming off. Gonna bathe in this.
gonna
thing.
mini pearl this shit. Yeah, welcome back again to the Game Day Breakfast podcast.
If we had an ad break, that's where we would put our ad.
Yeah. Waffle House, please sponsor us. That's where we put our Waffle House ad.
Is that possible? Do they sponsor people?
I would love
I've
it.
never seen a Waffle House commercial. I've never seen a Waffle House advertisement. You don't need
Good products don't need to advertise themselves.
I guess you don't need to advertise. Everyone knows what it is.
Yeah.
I also probably can't afford it. Anyways.
Whatever.
Hey.
Anyway, welcome back. It is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If you don't, I hope you had a wonderful Thursday. Anyway, Daryl, I'm in pain.
Yeah, me too.
We just watched the Cowboys game.
Yeah.
That game made my liver itch.
Specifically your liver.
Specifically my liver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me want to shave my head and become a monk so I never have to watch football again. Football just brings me no joy this year, man. Anytime I watch, every time I feel like I get hope in my soul.
I'm going to just sit in these feelings for tonight, and then I'm going to wake up in the morning and be fine.
In previous years, my team does good or does bad, and I expect it, I answer it, I move on, I live, and it's fine. But this year, it's just taking an extra toll on me, and I'm in pain. What the hell was that?
I needed some water.
What in the current the frog is going on? All right.
And pictures of Spider-Man.
Listen, guys, we're not fucking around this week. There's no play of the week. We're disgusted. We don't want to be here. We hate everything. We just have the stream.
We do want to be here. We want to be here in front of you, but because we have other things going on, it's going to be super quick. Daryl, I have a question for you.
Oh, God.
What's something you can say in the bedroom and during the Egg Bowl? You can't pee there. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because they had the... They had the one play.
Anyway, the Egg Bowl is
Who
going
was
on.
that?
That was Ole Miss versus Mississippi State.
I know, but what player was it?
It was
Wasn't it
Elijah Moore.
I thought it was Treadwell.
No, it was Elijah Moore.
Wow. I can't believe that was a thing that really happened.
If you hear the laughing in the background, my family is laughing at my dumb jokes.
It's our first studio audience.
Yeah, let's check. Let's do a favor and check on the Egg Bowl.
This just became the Game Day Breakfast sitcom. We have a live studio.
It is 10-6 Ole Miss at halftime.
Really?
With those two offenses, I'm shocked.
Really? Yeah, the second half is going to be a completely different ball game.
I believe. Mike Leach, you better come out and do some
Mike
stuff.
Leach is going to pull out his Waffle House menu, and he's going to be like, all right, here we go. Here's actual plays.
Waffle House, please sponsor us if I haven't said that already. Anyway.
That would be the only sponsor.
Joe, yeah, Egg Bowl's going on right now. Who you got in that one?
Well, it's 10-6. It's still pretty even.
I'm going to go State.
I'm going to go State, too.
Good old Moo State.
I'm a believer in Mike Leach.
I am a believer in Mike Leach. I think Will Rogers is going to set the SEC on fire next year.
After they just completely ran the board against Auburn in the second, they used the 28-3 thing, and they came out and
28-3 curses alive, folks.
They just waxed them. So I gotta give me Mississippi State.
Yeah, give me the Bulldogs. This is gonna be super quick. We're hopping right into the games. No more funny business. USF at UCF. The war on I-4.
Is that really what they call that game?
The war on I-4. Who you got?
I-4 is even. 4 is an even number, so I guess it goes east to west. Right? Isn't that how that works? I'm pretty sure because all the interstates that are even go lateral, and then east and west and everything.
I'm tend to believe you because we're very near I-10, and I-10 goes east-west.
Yeah, but 35 goes north-south. UCF and USF.
Yeah, UCF is 7-4. USF is 2-9.
Give me USF. I'm taking the underdog.
Give me UCF at home in the bounce house. I'll take it.
I've seen.
They went all black. They just put out a new logo for their little Knights logo. I'm with it.
What do we got now?
Washington State at Washington, the Apple Cup.
That can't really what they call this game.
It's really what they call it, the Apple Cup.
I mean,
both of these teams are bad.
What are the records? Washington State and Washington.
I don't know what the records are.
I don't know, man. Washington.
I can look up that information.
Washington had a hot half against Oregon, who, as we found out, Oregon is. Yeah.
Brian, if you're watching this, I felt
if
your
you're watching
pain.
the replay of this, I was hurting. I was physically hurt seeing that happen because it wasn't even close. They got waxed.
Utah's the real deal. A little bit.
And you know what? It's funny. Brian mentioned that. Brian was like, "Dude, I don't know." I'm
scared. I'm a
little nervous about this game. Your inkling was right, man.
It feels a little weird not having our Pac-12 plug in the show when we're talking about like the Apple Cup,
but we got it out there.
Yeah.
Also, this hat is better backwards, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
No, maybe it's better. Yeah, we'll try backwards for a little bit.
Okay.
Let's roll with it. I like that.
I'm just rocking it backwards because you had yours forward, so I'm gonna flip mine. Now.
I really do fuck with the tag though. It's like an accessory.
Yeah, I mess with it. Anyway, next up. Happening.
Real quick, Cincinnati.
All the
top four.
Cincinnati made top four, first non-Power 5 team to be in the top four of a playoff ever. So let's hope that keeps happening. Anyway, the two games we talked about already are happening tomorrow. So these are all the Friday games we're going to talk about. We got number 4 Cincinnati going on the road to play East Carolina. Who you got?
You mean East Carolina?
You're wrong.
I'm just kidding.
Cincinnati, yeah. Cincinnati by a lot. East Carolina. East Carolina's got good players. They're always a scrappy team.
Yeah.
They're called the Pirates, which is great. I like that mascot, and they wear purple and yellow.
Look, man, there's too many tigers in football. Let's get some more pirates, please.
You know what's a cool mascot that I thought about?
What's that?
I want somebody to be the Mastodons.
Is that a real thing or is that a mythical creature?
No, Mastodons are real. They're like a woolly mammoth.
Don't give me that look, Will. I don't know. I've never. What? Mastodon's a real thing?
Mastodons were real.
First of all,
related to mammoths.
That's the first time I've ever heard that word. It really.
You didn't watch Power Rangers when you were a kid, did you? That sentence just told me that you did not watch a lick of Power Rangers because one of the robots was a mastodon.
All right, well,
disappointed.
We should add a segment to this show where you just teach me a new animal. Zoology with Spencer. Just hit me with a new. Next week we'll be doing the three-toed sloth. All right. Well,
anyway, Cincinnati by a lot.
Cincinnati by big time. Yes. Back to the.
Okay, we got number 16 Iowa going to Nebraska, the Heroes game. Who you got?
Nebraska. I'm gonna keep
Nebraska.
I'm gonna keep picking Nebraska.
We on this Nebraska wave until Nebraska tells us not to be.
I am with Nebraska until they pull it out, man. And look, they've been close all year. Every time they play, it's a 5-point loss, a 4-point loss. They almost had Ohio State if they had just one or two things went right. I'm still hurt about it.
I am still hurt about it.
But give me Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Iowa broke my heart too because I was big on them.
Yeah. We got North Carolina going to number 20, North Carolina State.
Ooh.
Who you got?
North Carolina is probably the best unranked team in my opinion.
We were real big on North Carolina last year and this year. I believe in Mac Brown, but they just kind of fell off the table this year.
Give me North Carolina. Sam Howell's still special.
Give me good old North Kakalaki State. They're going to be at Carter Finley Stadium. Give me the Wolfpack.
You want to say that again, please?
North Kakalaki State.
Yes.
You ever heard anybody call it North Kakalaki?
They're changing their mascot to the Mastodons next year.
The Mastodons. I would love.
Yeah, man, I'd be there with it. What are they now? North Carolina State?
The Wolfpack. The NC State Wolfpack.
Yeah, but their mascot doesn't look that... Wolfpack sounds intimidating, but their mascot has like a little hat on.
Okay.
It's not...
Have you ever seen Lil Red from Nebraska? He's equally parts cute and terrifying.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Let me get North Carolina.
Here we're going to the Saturday games.
All right.
We got number 1 Georgia on the road at Georgia Tech, a rivalry known as clean, old-fashioned hate.
The Hornets.
The Yellow Jackets.
Right.
Whose official mascot is a car.
Can you tell I'm prepared for the show this week, guys?
This is real shotgun show, shotgun weddings type shit. Georgia by about 1 billion points. Or maybe not, because their defense is really good and they don't need to score points. They could win this game by a safety, for all I know.
You know, it's at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has done
Don't you do this.
Absolutely nothing this year. But
don't you do this.
For some reason,
I will chug a bowl of cornflakes if you do this.
I'm not saying Georgia Tech's going to win, but I think there will be a Hornets safety. I think the Hornets are going to get a safety.
It's the Yellow Jackets.
Damn it. The Yellow Jackets are going to get a safety. I'm telling you, and I'm on Georgia. Some Georgia, the final score is going to be 38-2.
You putting that?
Write it down.
Booking it?
I'll book that.
All right.
Take that bet.
Side note, there should be a rule in football that if you score a safety and still lose, you should just be fired.
I agree.
You're just done.
There's going to be a freak safety, I promise you.
Anyway.
There's going to be a fumble. It's going to get fumbled all the way back to the one. Then they're going to hand it off and get stuffed. It's going to be safety.
Another Saturday game. Number 3, Alabama at Auburn. The Iron Bowl. This is probably the second biggest game of the weekend, but we're talking about it now because it just put it in order. Anyway, who you got, Daryl? Because this Alabama team hasn't been Alabama-ing the way they used to.
You know?
This team is very mortal. They only beat Arkansas by 7 points.
The way I see it, and we both know this to be true, this game does not matter. Alabama will win the West regardless. They've already won. I'm still very hurt.
But if they lose this game, they're out the playoff.
Well, that is the question. Because what if let's say they lose this game, they still play Georgia. Let's say they lose this game, but then beat Georgia. What happens?
They're not beating Georgia.
But let's just say they did. Does Georgia still get in?
Georgia would get in.
How does Georgia not get in? If Georgia's
in, period.
What would the score need to be in the SEC championship for Georgia to not get in?
For Georgia to not be in the playoff, they would have to lose to Georgia Tech and then lose by 50 in the SEC championship.
So you think if they lose to Georgia Tech,
they remember November
lose in the SEC championship, even if it's close. So you're thinking 2 losses are still out.
They're out.
It doesn't matter. They're going to win both games.
They're going to win both games.
And I think Alabama's going to win this game. It's a shame, right? Because
Alabama should win this game.
Alabama would have. I think Alabama would have had a very fair fight with Bo Nix. Bo Nix has beat Alabama before.
Yep.
It's at Auburn.
It's at Auburn. It's on the plains at Auburn. Jordan-Hare Stadium.
And
there's magic in that place. This is the Iron Bowl.
This is a year where Arkansas almost beat Bama, LSU almost beat Bama, A&M did beat Bama. Alabama's a very big
which tells me that they're going to blow Auburn out.
Right.
Because they almost lost to everybody else. Yeah. They're probably going to blow Auburn out.
Their kinks out.
Alabama should win this game.
Alabama should.
But it's in Jordan-Hare. This is the Iron Bowl. Weird shit happens in the Iron Bowl. Somehow, some way, give me Auburn by a field goal.
You know what? I respect it.
Alabama should. I'm telling you, Alabama should and most likely probably will win this game.
I'm with it.
But
I like the pick.
Auburn by a field goal.
I like the pick.
Ballsy. Anyway, number 14, Wisconsin at Minnesota. The battle for Paul Bunyan's axe.
Turn the Minnesota Mastodons.
The Minnesota Mastodons. That would be the alliteration there.
Was that the Lizzo? That's the lyrics in the Lizzo song, right?
New man on the Minnesota
New
Vikings.
Man on the Minnesota Mastodons.
Vikings. Anyway, Mastodons has too many syllables.
What is it? What is it when you? What is it? A mastectomy? Isn't that when they remove the? I'm thinking of another word because I almost said instead of mastodons, I almost said like master something else.
I think you're thinking of the operation where they remove breasts.
I did that on a duck today. The duck was long dead, and we ate the. Let's move on.
You ate a duck today?
We didn't have turkey. We had duck today.
Awesome.
Which is a much smaller bird. There was much less meat.
Anyway,
speaking
of birds, speaking of ducks, can we like rehash the conversation we were having off screen
about?
So like turducken, right?
No.
Anyway,
no.
You should add more birds to your turducken. Start with a quail and a Cornish game hen, and then put a goose between the duck and the turkey. Anyway, battle for Paul Bunyan's axe. So
What was this?
I don't know. Battle for Paul Bunyan's axe. So you got Wisconsin is going to the Big Ten championship against either Michigan or Ohio State.
Wisconsin is playing sound football right now. They started out very slow. They lost a heartbreaker to Notre Dame in dramatic fashion. They lost to Penn State early. They're a lot better football team than they were. They are a team that is getting better as they go. Give me Wisconsin big. I think they win the Big Ten.
Even though they're going to be in Minneapolis, also give me Wisconsin. Still row the boat fans around here, but
we had Wisconsin. Magic with them last year, but
Minnesota sold their soul for an 11-2 season.
They did, and it's got to be a couple years.
They really did.
Yeah.
Next
and
up,
they did it without Nick Foles. Let that sink in.
Did Nick Foles play for Minnesota?
No, but he played for Philadelphia, and they sold their soul for that one good year.
Yeah, probably.
And he took it to the Super Bowl and beat Tom Brady.
Number 15, Texas A&M at LSU. Our teams. I'm an LSU fan. He's an A&M fan.
This game will be ugly as sin. It's going to be extremely low scoring. Give me A&M. Give me A&M 10-9. It's 3 field goals and a safety. 3 field goals. No. 2 field goals. Whatever. It's low scoring. Take the under.
He's saying it's going to be 2 field goals and 2 safeties.
Yes.
The statistical probability of that is high.
That's not what I meant. I meant 11-9.
Okay.
I'm very tired.
Weird. Anyway, the LSU fan in my soul wants to say that they're gonna buck up and they're gonna play a really good game.
It's at Baton Rouge
to get bowl eligible for Coach O's last game, but I don't see it happening. A&M's really good. Elias Ricks just put his name in the transfer portal.
The last time that this happened, it was Les Miles' last game. A&M lost because it was the end of the year. It was to maybe potentially save Les Miles' job. LSU rallied. They beat A&M. It didn't end up saving his job. You could see things happening the same way this year. Very
Coach O already lost his job,
but it's too late.
Yeah,
So
give me the Aggies by a touchdown.
All right, I'm with it. I hope they win.
All right, Oregon State at number 11, Oregon, aka the Civil War, as this one is known as. I think they're technically changing the name of it, but I don't know what they've changed it to. Brian, I wish you were here, my guy. Oregon is good, but not as good as we thought that they might be.
Well, I thought we were talking about Oklahoma.
No, we're talking about Oregon and Oregon State.
Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, you're right.
The Civil War. Who you got, Beavers or the Ducks?
Man, I gotta take the Beavers, man. The Ducks slid so hard. Like, how do you rebound from that, man?
I don't know.
I mean, you think about just the expectations, the way things were going, and maybe it's like the Stanford anomaly, right? Like maybe they come out this week and they're rocking and rolling. I just don't see it. The Beavers are great right now. No, they're not.
I don't know. Okay. They're decent. They're better than they have been. They have a turnover chainsaw. So on that alone,
that's pretty badass.
Give me the Beavers. Brian, I'm sorry.
I'm taking the Ducks.
Brian, I love you.
I'm taking the Ducks. I changed my mind. I thought Oregon State was ranked.
They're not ranked.
Give me the Ducks.
It's probably going to be the Ducks. Give me the Ducks, too. I'm not tripping. Brian, I love you.
Most wishy-washy pick we've ever done on this show.
Number 23, Clemson at South Carolina.
Somehow Clemson remembered how to play football last week.
They did, and they're in the rankings for like the first time since the beginning of the year. At South Carolina, the Palmetto Bowl.
That spooked the hell out of me.
Because South Carolina is the Palmetto State. Who you got?
Give me Clemson. You know what? No. Give me South Carolina.
South Carolina, and it's not close.
They've been playing extremely well lately. Been playing very physical.
South Carolina by like 2 touchdowns.
They beat Florida. And by the way, just real quick for Florida, for the Florida State game, can they just go ahead and call Steve Spurrier real quick and just have it just for fun? Just give him.
I didn't put that on the list, but who you got between Florida State?
Oh, Florida State.
Florida State, yeah.
Mike Norvell is going to get it turned around.
My buddy Will, he's a little bit of a Florida State fan, so
Mike Norvell will get it turned around.
I'm gonna give him one of these.
He's got to rebuild a program that was in the dirt so damn deep. Oklahoma State.
Second biggest game of the weekend, number 10, Oklahoma at number 7, Oklahoma State. They call this game Bedlam. Who you got?
Cowboys, and it's not even close.
Yeah, Oklahoma is the worst top 10 team in the country.
North Carolina.
I know a lot of people are going to talk about In Caleb We Trust.
Let's name some unranked teams that would beat Oklahoma real quick. North Carolina.
Pitt. No, Pitt might be ranked.
Texas, because they just would. I just.
Of course, Texas.
They just would somehow.
Yeah. Winner of this game plays Baylor in the Big 12 championship.
Clemson last week. They were unranked last week.
They beat Wake Forest, which made me sad. But okay,
that hurts. But hey, Wake Forest.
Yeah, the Cowboys, and I don't think this was particularly close.
And then we got
the big game.
The game.
And it's called the game. Number 2, Ohio State.
Ohio State number so damn conceited.
5,
the Ohio State.
Michigan.
The game. I can't stand Ohio State, man.
I'm neutral about Ohio State.
But that being said, I'm picking Ohio State. I know all, and you've heard me all year. I was like, this is the year
Michigan gets it done.
This is the year.
And then last week happened, and I was like, nah, bro.
Well, I mean, you look at Michigan State as like the litmus test. We do this a lot, right?
Yeah.
You look at Purdue, you look at Michigan State, you look at both of those teams having played Michigan. You look at that and you kind of go, all right, well, I can get some kind of idea. Ohio State just washed.
C.J. Stroud's about to win himself a Heisman Trophy. I'll tell you that much.
C.J. Stroud is just playing at an unbelievable level right now. He's seeing things. He's so in his comfort zone. I think he's going to dissect that Michigan defense. I think it's going to be Ohio State, and I think Jim Harbaugh's out, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we say that every year, but
yeah. The only thing Michigan has going for them is that this is the big house. This is in their place.
Now, let me just say this:
the first half will be close, but I think Ohio State runs away.
Let me just say this: Michigan, you won in the playoff, you win this game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
they got to win the Big Ten championship.
That's true.
They got to beat Wisconsin,
which I think they will.
Yeah, but they have to.
I think this is the game.
Michigan, Ohio State, Big 12 championship, win and you're in. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
You got to win this game, and you're going to Indianapolis.
Do you think there's any way Cincy does not make it in, even if they keep winning? You think they kick Cincy out?
They won't kick Cincy out.
You really don't think so, huh?
Cincy would have to lose to East Carolina.
I think
if Cincy loses a game, they're out.
What, do that with your arm again? Look, we got like a little two-handed.
Anyway.
I think Cincy has to still win convincingly because I think if they mess around and have a very close game against East Carolina, they're going to be in trouble. I think if they win this game like 24-21 or some affair like that, you might be going, ugh. I'm going to let somebody else.
If Cincy loses, they're out, period.
Of course.
Which, spoiler alert, I think they're going to lose the conference championship. Anyway, we'll get to that next week. Yeah.
Games.
You got Ohio State, Michigan. Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
By a bunch, by a whole lot.
By 2 possessions.
Jim Harbaugh, you got to go, my friend.
Which is a shame because they're clearly doing a lot of things right. My dad's calling me. They're clearly doing a lot of things right, but I mean, it's like it's the same Alabama problem every good SEC team has. You're good. You can have a winning season. You can win. You can lose 1 or 2 games and win the rest. But can you beat Alabama? Can you beat Ohio State? The Ohio State.
Shut up. Every time I hear like when they introduce the NFL players on Monday Night Football, it's like the Ohio State.
I just want to piss on my TV screen when I hear that. It makes me so mad.
I agree. Twist my liver when they do that. Yeah. Quick one tonight, folks. I don't even know how long we've been on, bro.
There's your show. The uniform this week are these hats brought to you by our boy Will.
William Gill.
Very nice.
And his job, Hibbett Sports.
Very evil, but very nice.
I did actually have a uniform of the week, but I don't know if we have the opportunity to pull that thing up.
What is it? Pull it up on your phone.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, just do that and put it right there. We technically can do it. It's just that. Well, actually, here. Let's
it's
just do it.
USF. It's got to be on Uniswag.
USF Uniswag. I
It might not even be on Uniswag, I'll lie to you.
Alright.
Go to
USF.
University of South Florida.
What is it? Uniforms?
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for?
They're wearing uniforms called slime uniforms this week.
Slime?
Yeah, because they're a weird
Oh
green.
god, it's like Nickelodeon. Slow flow uniform?
No. That one right there. No, not that one either.
Why is it not the first thing to show up? Does Google not categorize this by?
No, they don't.
Anyway.
They're white and lime green. That's all you really need to
No, I
know.
want to see them. White lime. Hang on. This is why I was just typing in slime, like a grown adult that I am.
Okay.
I'm a baby.
Just
trying to Google it. Just Google it, dude.
No.
Just
USF football on Twitter 3 days ago. There you go.
Just look it up on Google.
Slime time. There you go. Twitter.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Here we go. How do I make the button that go to the thing?
2020 is
This? Yeah, we have a custom setup to do it in person. Well, thank you to everyone that showed up.
Thank you, Will. And my iPad.
And the room full of people. Thank you, us, for being here.
From the live studio audience.
Putting on a lovely show.
We will be back next week.
This was sitcom length, so
Yeah.
it's kind of the sitcom.
We will be back next week.
Yes.
For conference championship week, and then the Army Navy game.
Do we have chat over there? Who's
Yeah, chat. NC what?
NC Hammer.
NC Runner, if you're here.
How come the chat broke on this side, but it's not over here?
I have no clue.
Echo, I mean.
Double audio, by the way.
That's strange. That one's not plugged in. How on earth would there be double audio? Thank you for joining the Echo
This was
podcast.
a piece of shit. NC Runner, I'm sorry, we just saw your chat.
I don't know where that would have been. I don't know how that's possible because we only have one mic plugged in. Unless, I know how to fix it. I'll give you a couple moments of good audio. Hang on, let me just go ahead and just mute that. And then if I do that, now I bet it's gone. Try it now.
Baby
Did
girl.
I fix it? Just mute that. And if I do that, now I bet it's gone. Try it now. Oh, we did it.
You get a few lovely seconds.
All right.
He said it's fixed now. NC Runner, I am so sorry
Hey, you know what, MC Runner? Thank you for being here.
that
man.
we did not see your chats.
I just want you to know this is the most unprofessional. Like I had brought my laptop and we just got this mic and just went for it. This is extremely. We just had to get a show in, man, because we were both on the road for the holidays. But we're here. We got it done. Thank you for being here.
Thank you to my mother for letting us use her kitchen table.
Massive props.
I promise you, this won't be at this level of unprofessionalism anymore.
It'll be worse next time.
Next week, we're going back to our regular level of unprofessionalism.
And then next year, I'm redoing the entire setup anyways, so it'll be even nicer next year.
Yeah, it'll be more polished next season. Wow. We only got like a few more shows, Daryl, this season.
It's coming
Season 3. I shanghaied you into this shit for 3 years, Daryl.
It was still okay to my guys. Thank you guys so much for the vibe. Well, thank you, MC Hammer, for being here. Did I say MC Hammer? RC.
NC Runner.
Thank
North
you.
Carolina Runner.
Hey, thank you.
I don't know if North
MC
Carolina.
Hammer for joining us today.
Yeah, appreciate you, my G.
Yeah, well, hey, if you're catching the replay, thank you for joining us. Like, comment,
Next
subscribe.
week, same bat time, same bat place.
That's right. We'll actually have like real headlines up here, and it'll be great. We'll have much more important things to say. So
For sure.
until next week, we tip our hats to you.
Don't pee on any goalposts.
Don't do that.
Don't take no wooden nickels.
And look up Mastodon, which apparently
Don't
is
eat
a
the
real,
yellow snow.
a real creature.
A mastodon was related to a mammoth.
Yes.
It was an elephant. Why are you so shocked by this?
That's really just, it sounded like a mythical creature. Anyway, see you next week, guys. Thank you for joining us.